Hey everybody, this is Robbie with Robbie's Reptiles. Today we're going to be going over what exactly are XXX Crested Geckos. Is it a line? Is it a gene? Is it a plane? Is it a bird? Today we're going to be answering all the questions that I've gotten regarding what XXX is. So this is Hard-Won Shorefoot, Bastard of the Mountain, a perfect example of XXX. This is directly from Pangea's line. Pangea is the one that created XXX, but what is it specifically? Now you're looking at this and you might think that it's just a pretty nice looking extreme harlequin. But the difference is that there is no pinstriping. Pinstripe will severely limit vertical expression in crested geckos. It's like horizontal and vertical patterning are always fighting for visual dominance in our crested geckos. So the goal of the XXX project is for no pinstriping whatsoever. However, as you'll see with the next gecko, there can be XXXs that have a little bit of pinstriping. But this is essentially your perfect example of a XXX. Awesome extreme vertical patterning wrapping around all the way to the other side with no pinstripe interfering at all. With this male specifically, I would like to improve his head structure in the offspring, and I'm currently testing out if he is in fact Dalmatianless. If you look really closely right there, there's a possible spot. I believe it might just be a freckle though, that is why I bought him. And there's also another one on his foot. I'm not sure if you can fully see it. There's also one on his foot right there. It might be a Dalmatian spot. Now, I've already introduced him a couple of times on the channel. How can I not? Look at this beautiful creation. Also directly from Pangea, but this is a Tangerine XXX. So you can see the difference from Hard-Won Shorefoot and Solomon Doors here. That Tangerine is really making him have such a deeper, more rich yellow and orange in his pattern. Also no pinstriping, much better head structure. Now we're gonna go over how you can have some, even if they have some dashed pinstriping. So this is a orange XXX. He's got a little bit of white in him too, but this is a dashed pinstripe XXX. So you can see that even though pinstriping is present in this, it can still have that XXX marking and that XXX patterning. And really XXXing is just extreme harlequin being unimpeded by pinstripe and wrapping all the way around the back. So you can see it almost looks like he has barely any pattern, but it's because he has so much pattern that there's barely any base color. So this one I've named Spooky Wagons. This is from Little Monsters. You can see, repping him right now. So while he isn't as uniform as Hard-Won and Solomon, this guy has a little bit of white in him as well. So you know, there even is possibilities for having tricolor XXXs. As long as you get pinstripe out, then you can pretty much make it a XXX with enough breeding. I feel like there's tons of improvements that can be made on this sort of project, and I feel like not enough people have ever tried to focus on it. Although now, of course, that I've brought it to the people's attention, I'm seeing a lot more people starting to work with it. And people that I didn't even know focused on it started posting more about it, and I'm really happy to see some of their results. So now, let's go over some other ones that I've had for a while. This is the Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants. These are two orange, nearly Halloween. She used to be really orange, but now she's like 3 years old, so that orange is really fading. Nikki is keeping it a lot better though. But these are some orange XXXs that I've made in my past, actually on my first season breeding. And just an example of a more Halloween type XXX that you can get. And again, both of them still have that dashed pinstriping, which I actually really like the look of that. It adds a little bit more color and pop to them. This is Marauder, which is, I believe, going to be the starting male to some XXX lily white projects. If you look at his dorsal, the lines that you see going across his back prove there is broken pinstriping in there, which will allow for the vertical patterning of the lily white gene to go all the way across. And hey, hopefully one day we'll actually make some XXX lily whites. But this is pretty much how I envision it will look. He might not be technically XXX, but I think he's kind of got the foundation for it in the future. So this is Moonshine, the mother to Marauder. She was paired to Amon, my Phantom monochrome, in an attempt to just see what would happen, and we ended up getting that really interesting lily. And so she definitely has full pinstriping, but she has such extreme vertical patterning that it almost looks XXX-ish. So she's going to probably breed to Solomon Doors down the road to make some Tangerine, lily white, XXX offspring, hopefully. And this is Peach Schnapps, one of my own creations. This is a resulting from Chad to Chadette, which made this beautiful XXX dashed pinstriping. And in this lighting, it might be hard to tell, but her pinstriping has little hints of peach to it. So there quite possibly is some pink tangerine in their blood at some point. Or it was just a random byproduct of her being a baby. And as when they're babies compared to when they grow up, they look vastly different. But this female is going to be a cornerstone breeder for me. Her lineage is great. She's got really good color and an amazing expression and pattern, as you can see right here. Decent head structure, it can be a lot better. But again, we'll pair to something with some better heads, and then it will make better offspring. And that's going to do it for today's video. If you liked the video, if you like seeing this breakdown of different morphs and genes in the Crested Gecko hobby, leave a like, comment, subscribe, all that YouTube mumbo jumbo. I'll see you guys in the next video.